Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome back to Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, I don't have any real way of checking if we're live. So... okay. We should be fine. There we go. Alright, let's make sure for reals this time. Let us see here. Oh, sweet. Okay, looks like we're live. Nice. All right. Well, this is the last day of the Pokemon Pride streams, and today we're gonna try to get all these Friend Safari shinies because I think that's honestly a good point to stop. Last year we barely got anything, so I'm pretty happy with what we got this year. I'm gonna be honest with you. See any off the bat? Oh yeah, I think we're doing like 3 bug if I remember correctly. Yeah, because I really want that Heracross after we failed it originally. Yeah, I plan to go for like, I don't even know, I'm thinking like, what time is it, 5:41 right now? Yeah, I don't know, we'll see how long we can go for. Relics kissing boys, that is true. That's actually true. I don't know if you guys knew that. I do like that. Little fun fact about me. Oh wow, this is awful. You're now following? That's insane. Thanks, Cole. Appreciate it. I know who you are. Also, I'm very glad that you followed because that gave me a chance to make sure my shit was working. It's my alt. I knew it. I knew it. But yeah, I just installed. I think Twitch just implemented a thing where you can set notifications up, and I just decided to try it out today. I've been using the Streamlabs alert box for a while, but that shit was dog water, so I'm glad to have an alternative because it just wasn't working for Streamlabs, and I just generally just hate the company, honestly. Shout out to OBS because it's open. I mean, yeah, it's what OBS stands for. Is OBS is like open broadcast service because it's open source. You know, it's not open source. Streamlabs. Sorry, I don't know why that just slipped off my mind, but yeah, all my homies hate Streamlabs because it's not open source. Not to mention, for some reason, Streamlabs is also, you have to pay for a lot of stuff, which makes no sense. I think they have like a subscription where you can pay like $99 a year just to stream to like multiple platforms. I just use, I don't stream to anything, so I don't, oh, I don't stream, so I don't know anything about, that's fair. Yeah, I use a site, I forget what it's called. Aircast is what it's called. It's like $8 a month, which is fire, and it just lets me broadcast to multiple platforms at once. Very good plugin, I must say. I can use OBS, and that's the extent of my abilities. I can't blame you. Yeah, OBS is the fucking goat. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, streaming, it's so crazy. I really just took a deep dive into streaming. I think it was around last year. I think I just wanted to fuck around and see how far I could get. And my setups are fire, I'm not gonna lie. It took me a while to figure out though. If you look at my old streams, I don't know if I could pull them up, but like they're so dog water. But streams like this take a long time to set up. I have to, first of all, set up all 5 of my 3DSs. I have to set up input redirection, which I have. For some reason, input redirection only works on my laptop. Let me see if I can, okay, here we go. I'm using input redirection on this laptop right here instead of my computer I'm streaming to, just because for some reason if I try input redirection on this computer, it just doesn't work. So switch over here and it works so well. Besides the 2DS XL taking so fucking long for some reason. Okay, we're skipping this song. Okay, I like this one. It's a good song. But yeah, sometime today I'm gonna upload my first TikTok in a while. I don't use TikTok that much in terms of like uploading, just cause I can give less of a fuck. I don't like TikTok as a platform, really. I'm a big YouTube guy. Big YouTube guy. Long form videos, that's the shit. That's why all of my videos that I make on YouTube are like so long. What the fuck is this comment? ASMR feet stream only has 1 viewer right now. You're matching? Dude, we gotta be better than that. We gotta be better than ASMR feet stream. Fuck. That's sad. Come on, guys. Which one is it? There we go. Happy Pride Month. I changed my mouse to Pride just for you guys. There you go. The rainbow. I should. What? No. I'm not collabing with someone doing it. To be fair, I think if I genuinely did collab with someone like that, dude, the views would fucking skyrocket. I'm not gonna lie. That would be the funniest yet most random collaboration in the world. That'd be hilarious. You know what? I'm considering it. Okay, guys, if we could get 100 followers, we'll collab with a ASMR feed stream. That's 1 viewer. You're right. Maybe, how many followers though? That's the real question. If I have more followers, that's the goal. If I have more followers, I'm just gonna type out, yo, wanna collab? That'd be the worst stream I might ever do if that does happen. So, oh, speaking of streams, I can't wait for, I think it's next week. Yeah, literally next Sunday. Me and my friend Ninji are gonna be playing every single Rhythm Heaven game in one sitting and seeing who can beat them first. It's gonna be so much fun. She was streaming it this morning, just training, and I feel like I should do that because it's been a while since I played the Rhythm Heaven games. We're gonna be doing you know, original Rhythm Tengoku, or Rhythm Heaven Silver is like the fan translation, and then there's Rhythm Heaven DS, Fever, Megamix, and then we're just gonna do the demo for the new one that came out. That shit is crazy. 4K followers and 1 watching. That is kind of crazy. I think she's out of my league, bro. Not gonna lie. I don't think it's I don't see me collaborating with the ASMR. What was it? Oh, the feast stream. Yeah. I don't see that happening. Maybe someday. You know you've made it on Twitch when you can collab with a ASMR foot stripper, dude. What the fuck is coming out of my mouth right now? That's sad. Man. Twitch is such a wild fucking platform. Actually, you know what I need to do? I need to do a tap into the meta and do that. I think it's like a dude, what's it called? Like the transparent chairs, I think they are. That shit is wild. Twitch is so funny because half of it is just low-key gooner shit. I'm not gonna lie. I can't tap into the meta. I've already acquired an audience for Pokemon, so I think it's a little too late to switch up now. Yo, what's going on? This is the last stream of Pokemon Pride 2026, unfortunately. This time, I just want Tangela. What's it? Yeah, Tangela, Heracross, and Breloom. If we could get those 3, I think this year will be successful. I really did want to get some of the other shinies, but it just wasn't possible. Wooloo, I tried last stream, it just didn't happen, unfortunately. So maybe I stream tomorrow. Who knows? I think I titled this last stream, but if I really feel up to it, I might do it tomorrow. Who knows? I might just try to be lying through my teeth in this title. Who knows? Oh my god. Yo. Cutscene music, okay, what's this? Give me some bangers. That's a banger. Yeah, I can confirm. What? Okay. Hello? Oh, I just exited the... Son, I just exited the friendship bar. Hold up, give me one moment. Alright. I think this was grass. So let's jeez. Hey, there we go. Tangela. Maractus, I wish. I was gonna do that last year, but I'm just gonna wait to I get my other Maractus to actually hunt it, which I don't think will happen. What is this music, dog? Oh, Mega Rayquaza? That's insane. Okay. Yeah, I still haven't played the DLC. That's something I should do, but I'm genuinely too lazy, and I can't get on board with the gameplay loop of ZA's DLC. It's not for me. It's too boring for me to continue. It might genuinely be the worst thing Pokemon has ever put out. And I'm gonna be honest, I think the Megas are cool, but it is just such a gameplay loop. I just can't play it. It does make certain Pokemon a lot easier to hunt, like Spritzy. Way more fun to hunt Spritzy in that DLC area than base game ZA. I think Spritzy only appears in like near a shop or something like that, and there's only like one if you're lucky. So I do have the DLC to thank for that. Also, oh my, it's so sad that Pokemon is releasing some of the best TCG sets in like the era of scalpers, because they just revealed the Mega Rayquaza set. I'm gonna be honest with you, I love Mega Rayquaza, but man, they could have held that set back until the scalpers were done. Come on. Sabo Comday? Oh my goodness, see, I forgot. Pokemon Go is so funny. Oh. Pokemon Sword and Shield is like 8 years old, and they're now adding this Pokemon to the games. That's hilarious. Okay, get back on the bike, little bro. There you go. What? Hello? There you go. But yeah, I'm so mad. So, I think it was last year's Go Tour, which another one's coming up soon, can't wait for that. Last year's Go Tour was the one where they had I think it was the gold bottle cap, where you could increase all the stats of a Pokemon, right? And I kind of held it off for a while, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not Pokemon Go's #1 player. And I was like, okay, so this should be pretty easy. I just need to catch 1,500 Pokemon and defeat, like, what, 40 Team Rocket Grunts? Okay, that should be pretty easy. And I thought it was so easy, I just didn't do it until, like, a week ago. At least the Team Rocket Grunts. I caught all the 1,500 Pokemon, pretty easily. That was such a pretty easy task. But defeating 40 Team Rocket Grunts in a week was genuinely impossible. I don't know what is up with Pokemon Go and just not spawning Team Rocket Grunts, but it just did not work out to my favor. I went to like 5 different parks in my area to try to complete this mission, and it just didn't work. So now I have 2 perfect IVs on my shiny Maractus, and one of them is just eh. Grunts are easy? Oh yeah, so easy. I have my main method for grunts. What's up? You're streaming? Yes, I am streaming. Somehow I only streamed like maybe 4 times most this month, which is kind of sad. I used to stream a lot more. Back in the day, like a year ago, I used to stream a lot more, but I don't know. It's kind of lost its charm for me, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. Two female Heracross, no shiny. What was I even talking about, dude? Oh my god. Oh right, yeah. My team Rocket like strategy is I use the wild strong Pokemon from, I think it was the wild area event last year. I have like a Garchomp that's like 4,300 CP. It is genuinely insane, and that is the best method. I think it's Earthquake, and I have a Dragon move. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, give me one moment. I'm gonna go get a drink real quick. We're not, how far away? We're 15 minutes in, and my throat already hurts, so I'm gonna go get a glass of water. Also, what is this Christmas music, bro? It is June. Sure, that works. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright. Very good. Alright. Also, if anyone is on YouTube right now, which I don't know if many people are, I'm gonna be opening up this booster box tonight on YouTube, just because Twitch doesn't I don't think Twitch does, but it's just because YouTube supports the the vertical, and it's just way easier to open cards like that. So if you're on YouTube, be prepared for tonight. I don't know how late tonight, but yeah. I get them often, but I hate that anytime you get those stupid pieces. Yeah, the radar is stupid. I only use the Giovanni one because it's so easy to lure in the grunts or whatever. I think it is the decoy grunts. That method is amazing. I tried it whenever I was doing the IVs for Maractus. Okay, I can't. I would show you my Pokemon Go stuff, but I'm currently using my phone to record my DSs. This setup is so scuffed, but it works. You know what? Fuck it. Let's launch Pokemon Go. I'll show you the Maractus that I tried to hyper train. I do like that they recreated the new or the old 2016 background. That's so far. All right, let me show you oh. What's outside? Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, here it is. My little buddy Maractus. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I got this at the Unova Tour. This was the craziest pull ever. You're telling me I got my favorite Pokemon? Oh my goodness, bro. But yeah, that's the stat. Yeah, I got 2 maxed out, and then one of them is just like that. Because I wasn't able to do the Team Rockets in time, but it's whatever. Finally get to see the set of so many screens. True, but the leaders are you ones you need. Oh, that is true. I actually, let's go to recent. I just got one the other day, actually. That's not the right guy. What is going on here? Hello? Huh. Oh, there we go. Where are you, buddy? Yeah, I actually just got I got a female Salandit, which was crazy. And I finally got a Shroodle, so very nice. Jake! Oh my goodness, Jake. We're just showing off the Pokemon Go collection right now. I was just showing how my Maractus got nuked because I was too lazy to do the research tasks. But yeah, here's my Maractus collection. Pretty fire collection. Where's the guy at? I think this is the craziest thing I have. Is a Hundo Maractus from Go Fest of, I think, 2024, yeah. Dude, this was such a crazy catch, I'm not gonna lie. You're near Columbus? Yes. She's so cute. I agree! I love this guy. So awesome. Oh, the Maractus made merch. Yeah. You know what's funny? I'm actively working on more, because I was looking at my page. Oh, that's not the right one. I was looking at my page last night, and I'm trying to make a new thing, and I can't wait, because I'm gonna be real. There's so much Pokemon merchandise that is just like, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of Pokemon merchandise is a little corny and unwearable in public, so I want to find a way to make it wearable. That's one thing I want to see more of, just wearable Pokemon merchandise without it being nerdy. My Salander all boys, dang. That's unfortunate. I think it's like a, I forget what the gender ratio is. I think it's like 25% for a female, if I remember correctly. But it just doesn't help that you can only get Salander from eggs, which is kind of unfortunate. There's Maractus Man merch. Yeah, in air quotes, yes, yeah. I think it's in my dirty clothes, but oh well. I can just show the design. Here we go. But yeah, I have the PSD for Nisher. I just need to upload it eventually. Yeah, it's this one. I personally defaulted it to pink, but you can choose any color if you want. Blue looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Can you do... They got a bunch of options for like vintage and stuff like that. It's pretty fire, honestly. So if you want my stuff, there you go. I got pink, looks like, yeah, I agree. I think it looks good with the colors. What does it say? It's the Japanese name for Maractus, Marakachi, the goat. Oh. Also, if you're on the Maractus Man YouTube, I'm probably going to be uploading a updated Maractus collection video, so stay tuned for that. There's a lot of crazy Maractus merchandise I've gathered throughout like the past 2 or 3 years. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. Especially some custom stuff I have. And I have one more thing coming, but I don't care. I'll just put it in the video. If you know who Hazel Oddities is, they make Pokemon that are Mimikyu shaped. I actually have a Maractus one back there. Let me go get it. Let me go get that guy. There we go. But yeah, they made this Maractus Mimikyu combo thing. It is so cool. There's a video on her page of her making it. But recently she put up commissions for like a custom one, and I ordered a shiny Mimikyu Maractus, so I'm super excited to see that. There's not many shiny Maractus pieces in my collection, so I would love to add more. I would love to add more. Yeah, let's get on this this Friend Safari grind. Jake, Jake, if you're still here, I saw you streaming. I think it was either Saturday or Friday, but I was at work and I was so mad I missed it. Cause you stream like once in a blue moon. You're just like me for real. I just don't want to shiny hunt Maractus right now, which is why I'm super excited for next month, because it's gonna be the Safari week, and I already have plans to shiny hunt in that little time period. I'm gonna go for Magnemite in Heart Gold Soul Silver, because I think it's just a cool little shiny. You could transport it to a lot of other games. Now you're good, bro? Okay. All I can say is at least you stream more than Voldy. What happened to Voldy? Rest in peace. Last time I saw that guy stream was like, oh my god. Like maybe when I moved into my house, honestly, or my apartment. Shout out to my favorite streamer, Moldy. That's my guy. Yo, W in the chat for Moldy. Mickey wearing different disguise. I wish, yes. That would be so cool. Which makes me wonder if they ever did a variant of like a regional Mimikyu. I wonder what they would do. Or you could, here's what they could do, right? You know how in Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, there's like the cosplay Pikachu and it can have different outfits? If they did that for Mimikyu, but you could have like different outfits, that would be sick. That would be freaking sick. Sorry, Baldy. I don't know why that was so funny. But I want to see if I could just show like a sneak peek of the shirt I'm working on. It's gonna be pretty cool actually. I think I actually have a photo of it. Let me see if I could show it on stream. So like this would be, oh wow, I forgot how big this image is. It's like 5,000 pixels. Jesus. Wow. Let's shrink this. I adore Mimikyu, I agree. I think it's one of the best things Game Freak has ever done in terms of designs. I love Gen 7 so much. It's such a shame most of Gen 7 is not that good, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, hello? Uh-oh. I lost it. Uh-oh. Dang, okay. Let's see. Surely I can just scale it, right? Oh, here we go, yeah. This would, okay, so this would be like the back of the shirt, right here. It says Maractus 556, and there's like a little silhouette of Maractus there. I think that'd be cool in the back, and then for the front of it, it would be something like this. Very simple design. Okay, let me fit to screen. There we go. It'd be something simple like this. Yeah, nothing too crazy. That would be the design of the shirt. But it's still work in progress. But yeah, there you go. There's your little sneak peek at the next Maractus Man shirt I make. Did you say pickles? What? I don't remember ever saying that. Alright. Let's do drugs. These are not drugs. For YouTube, if you caption this video, these are not drugs. These are just stress gummies. Bombs up. Nice. I gotta be the only person in the world making genuine Maractus merchandise. I don't see anyone else. More minimalistic? Oh yeah. That's my favorite kind of clothing. Just like this. Like, something like this One Piece shirt. Where it's, let me at the counter. Where it's like this on the front. And then the back has like a crazy fucking design. I don't know if you can see that. Like that. That's my favorite. Like stress ball? I don't know. These, I've been... for some reason, they make me think more clearly, so that's why I take them. It's not something I take every day. It's something I take before stream because sometimes it gets a little overwhelming, so these things are awesome, I must say. Oh, melatonin? Yeah. That's what I use as well, the sleep gummies. Those things, I'm gonna be honest, those things were the only thing that worked for me forever. I took, like, I think I took like 2 one night, and I never needed them since, because I was just able to sleep for so long. It was so nice. As someone with ADHD, it is super hard to sleep. What are they? It's like medication, and does it taste like... It's just... it's not medication. You could get them regularly at the store. And it tastes like... I don't even know. It tastes like just a mesh of berries, honestly. Pokemon Go shout-out moments? Holy shit. Cookies is infinite. Cookies... Cookie, okay. In my defense, I looked at the GTS on Pokemon Home. I didn't even see that anywhere. Every single listing for Chatot on Pokemon Home was asking for a legendary. There's no way that didn't like just pop up. Ollie, yes, Ollie. They sell them on Amazon. They're low-key fire. They're really good. Yes. Logan, dude, we got everybody in here. Everybody but freaking Voldy. Everybody but Voldy, unfortunately. It takes ages to get me to sleep. Next everything is limit. Yes. Alright. I didn't know you sent me a message because I'm using my phone to record the 3DSs right here. So let's see this. Shiny Pheromosa. Oh my god. That's fucking awesome. I searched with... Oh. That is true. We are, we are simply on different levels. That's a good point. Come on, Moldy. Yeah, Moldy, come on, bro. Moldy, you gotta lock in. If Moldy doesn't join the stream, I'm gonna quit streaming forever. Last night I looked for Mewtwo from Go and found someone asking for a regular Ask Archelodon. I'm guessing it's because of Pokemon Champions. I think that's what a lot of people... Shiny Paris! Oh my god. That's insane. Oh my god. There you go, Shiny Paris. That's not quite what I was looking for. But, oh, is this the one with like 46 balls? Yeah. This sucks. Huh. Fury Cutter. Oh, is that 1 HP? That's funny. Alright, hold up. Let's catch this. No, not the Master Ball. No. Just regular Ultra Ball. Felt like highway robbery low-key. Huge. Yeah, you guys are gonna be in the compilation video that I hopefully edit soon. Cause God forbid I have anything to make content about. Alright, let's see here. Just copy and paste it. So easy. Alright, we got any nicknames for this little guy? Dude, we have 4 of them. Why? Remember me when you're famous? Go Menasai! Oh my... Wait, that's the wrong 3DS. Oh my god. Hold up. Sorry. What am I doing? I got that on the wrong 3DS. I don't know how I did it. Moldy! Moldy! Yes, Moldy! Moldy the Paris. Oh my god. You're right. Okay. Quick ball. Here we go. Moldy the Paris. I have no Maractus in Pokemon Go? That's tragic. If only he wasn't a regional. I don't know why they did that. Because of sports. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. That's funny. Moldy the Paris. Dude, this is the craziest thing ever. Oh. What is Whismer doing in my party? Who invited, bro? Oh my god. France capital. I think Moldy is probably the best name anyone could ever come up with. Alright. I can't wait to see Voldy, and he's gonna be so confused. Alright. That's actually perfect. I've been here for like 5 seconds and I'm now the #1 Maractus chatter. Are you for real? Alright. That's insane. Shout out to Moldy. Shout out to my man. Alright. Dude, that's insane. Alright, that's actually a good sign. This actually proves we could get more shinies. Just too cool. I need to become forever friends with someone who has it available to... That's true. I think it's in, like, the southern part of America, if I remember correctly. I think it's in, like, the bottom of the USA, like the Florida and Texas area, and then it's in, like, South America, if I remember correctly. Shout out Moldy. On God. Shout out Moldy. My favorite. If he's in your stream, Jake, I'm gonna call him that. Dude, that's so funny. Alright, let's get at least like 5 more. 5 more. Hello, how are you? Are you top 3 Maractus fan in the world? I'm gonna be honest with you. There is a high percentage that I could be... Like, I don't even want to be like... I don't even want to like gloat or anything, but I genuinely think there is a possibility that I might be the #1 Maractus fan in the world. Cause dude, the list goes on and on. I have every single Maractus card ever printed. I have a world record Maractus back there actually. I have tons of one-of-one, like, custom Maractus plushies and stuff like that. The list goes on, and I also just have a bunch of rare stuff. Like, I literally have a Pokemon Center bag with Maractus on it. You can't get more obscure than that. The Maractus Man, I'm saying, the Marcus Man. Anytime I hear Moldy, my mind goes to the Grim Adventures of Billy Mandy. That show is awesome. See, I watched Invader Zim before that show, so every time I hear him, I just think of Zim. That's all I think about. Zim's got to be one of my favorite Nickelodeon shows ever, I must say. Okay, is the focus good? Alright, we're good now. Not just any Maractus guy. The Maractus guy. I think I need like one more thing in my Maractus collection, and it's not even that huge. There's an alternate art of Machamp from, I think, Lost Origin, where he's in Stow side, and there's like a Maractus in the background. That is probably the only like piece of Maractus merchandise I need. I'm not the biggest fan of like merchandise where Maractus is just in the background. I like it where it's mainly about him. That's my favorite part to collect. Because there's a bunch of stuff where he's just like part of other Pokemon and stuff like that. For example, literally like the blanket I have on my wall. Like what is Little Bro doing there? Why? Like my guess is because he has a Storm Train, but like genuinely, what is Bro doing there? Out of every single, they have 1,000. They have 1,000. There we go. They have 1,000 Pokemon, and they chose to put Maractus on there. I'm not complaining because I think that's really funny, but man, out of every single Pokemon, Maractus with water types, that's hilarious. And I love Invader Zim, I agree, yeah. It's one of those, like, shows that were cut off before they reached popularity, which kind of sucks. Wait, why is he actually there? He doesn't fit. Bro thought he was part of the team. Yeah, like I said, I think it's just because he has Storm Drain, which means whenever water type attacks hit him, he just absorbs it and heals. That's the only, like, possible solution I could think of. You notice the drawing? Yes, I saw that. It was the, you drew your, I think it was your Black and White 2 team for, the champion. That shit was fire. I did like that. If I could draw, I would definitely do that, but I can't draw. I can't draw to save my life. I'm drawing. Let me actually pull it up on stream here. It was on Blue Sky, if I remember correctly. Let's see here. Here it is. Alright. It's a WebP file. Shout out to WebP file. Oh wow, that is way bigger than I thought. Okay. Yeah. That's gas. You got Shiny Azumarill, Shiny Emroar, Shiny Crocodile, Shiny Crobat, Shiny Behemoth, Shiny Luanny. That's so fire. That's so fire. I love Crocodile. That's like top 5 Gen 5 Pokemon ever. Besides Maractus being number 1. Of course. If you drew your profile pic, don't be hard on yourself. I didn't do that, actually. Okay, there's actually something really funny about my profile picture. So, one of my friends... Oh wow, this is going to take a while to explain, but we're going to do it anyways, just for your entertainment. So, back in the day, I used to upload video game music to YouTube, and I still rip music myself and upload it to sites like Kingdom Hearts Insider. I've uploaded like 3 Pokemon spin-off games, because you just rip the games files from the 3DS, put it into a software like Fubar, and then you just convert it to MP3, FLAC, WAV, whatever. But I used to upload music to YouTube around 2023 to 2025, but Nintendo took my channel down, and during that period, I made friends with this person called Tensley through the Wii Party U soundtrack, since it was never uploaded to YouTube or anything. And they're like, hey, this is really cool. Would you be okay if I took these files and I tagged them? And I was like, sure. So, my community back in the day tagged most of it, and then they tagged the rest of the soundtrack. And Eventually, I think I started talking to them on Twitter about video game music stuff, and apparently they drew, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And, where am I going next? Dude, like, this timeline of events is so blurred for me. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, let's fast forward a bit. Me and Tinsley were in this chat, and we were super nervous to talk to this one person who rips video game music. Their name is Miles the Creator, and they're like, hey, if you can get us in a group chat with Miles the Creator, I will draw you a custom Straw Hat Maractus profile picture. I was like, that's all you had to say, I'm in. And I created the group chat, and that's the profile picture. It is such a strange story, but that's just how it unfolded. Before that, they made this profile picture, which you can find on, I don't know how I even obtained this, but I have a Wikitubia page. Somehow it's still up. Here we go. Yeah, this is my Wikitubia page for my old channel that got taken down, Maractus Radio. They also drew this one because my old profile picture used to be like a fusion of Maractus and Hatsune Miku. I don't like Hatsune Miku as much anymore. The fan base kind of got to me, I'm gonna be honest with you, but yeah, that profile picture was freaking sick. And after that, they drew Straw Hat Maractus, which was like my, I don't know, OC kind of thing, and that's how it came to be. But yeah, shout out to Tinsley, the freaking GOAT for real. I wish I could draw, but I'm not privileged enough to do that. The news should do a story for your love of Maractus. They should. That'd be fire. I wish. Today, we're going inside the house of a chud who just loves Maractus. Hello guys, it's me, the Maractus man. I love Maractus very much. Breaking news. Chud Warrior has so many pieces of Maractus merchandise. Hey guys. Alright, we gotta hurry up with these encounters, buddy. We're getting nothing. Okay, to be fair, we are 42 minutes in. I'm getting a little bit too impatient. Especially because I think Scarlet and Violet shiny hunting have ruined my brain chemistry when it comes to shiny hunting Pokemon. Because I'm just so used to getting them back to back to back. Oh my god, I cannot wait for that video to come out about these hunts, because that Wooper was so funny. I made one sandwich and I found it in like 2 seconds maybe. I'm gonna need to put a timer on screen whenever I edit that. I'm just so excited to finally edit this video for Pokemon Pride 2026, because I've been really trying to hone my editing skills with DaVinci Resolve. I've just had nothing to make content about, and it's kind of sad, honestly. So hopefully this gives me something to make a video about, and I hope it's a banger. I have a whole playlist on my channel where I just saved a bunch of random DaVinci Resolve tutorials. There's this one guy who is the absolute legend of tutorials. His name's like Daniel Patel. I love that guy. I think someday maybe I'll tap into the Blender meta, because I think it'd be cool to add Pokemon into like real life footage. That's something I'd be super interested in, but that seems like a huge headache, because I'm not too tapped into the Blender meta to do that. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. I actually used Blender like once in my whole life. It was when I was in college. There was an assignment where they were like, okay, so we want you to make a piece of art in Blender. I was like, dude, I don't know how to use this fucking software. And I spent like a good 2 hours figuring it out, and I finally turned it in, and it got like a 5 out of 10, which kind of sucks. College is not fun. College sucks, and not in the sense of like work overflow. It's in the sense of like they don't really teach much. I went to like, it was a community college. I went there for specifically video editing. I've been wanting to edit videos for like as far back as 2019, maybe. And I was like, okay, dude, this is gonna be so awesome. They're gonna show me how to use professional video editing softwares. I'm gonna really like get my skills up. Literally, my first semester was all about, okay, guys, I want you to make a script for a movie, and then I want you to produce the movie at the end of the year. What is that teaching me about? That's just teaching me how to make a movie, not how to actually edit videos in like Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve. 5 out of 10 is not bad for your first time using a software not done it. That is true, yeah. Blender seems like a headache, so I'm not willing to touch it that much. I could care less. It'd be cool though. There's a lot of cool things you can do in Blender. I love those videos on, I think it's like TikTok and YouTube. There's people who are beginners in Blender, and they'll post their videos, and the professionals will be like, dude, how did you, it's floating on its own, how the fuck did you do that? That shit is so funny to me. Like, they'll create genuine sentient life forms inside of Blender. Oh boy. Yeah, Premiere Pro, completely off topic. I'm never using Premiere Pro in my life. Ever. I think if I were to use an Adobe product, I think After Effects is the only one I would use. I love the Fusion page in DaVinci Resolve, but I think After Effects could probably do a lot more, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Or maybe I just don't know it. Maybe I'm just not tapped into Fusion enough. Hello, Heracross. How much do we have left? We have like, what, 4? We got like an hour, 34 minutes left, and then we'll call it quits for today. I have to go pick up my friend from work, so not as long as I wanted this to be, but it's whatever. Okay, let's go, guys. Mr. Beast? Oh, dude. I don't know why I said that. Alright, now that we're 40 minutes in, the commentary is gonna get drier and drier as we go. Let's fucking go. Oh my goodness. I have been watching Dragon Ball Z Kai on Disney Plus. That's so peak. I started watching original Dragon Ball in like 2019 during COVID. Nope, sorry, 2020. I started watching original Dragon Ball in 2020. I was like, yeah, this is not for me. But I continued watching it in like 2024. It was actually really good. And I took a break for a while. And now I'm starting Dragon Ball Z Kai specifically. So fucking good. Second favorite Pokemon, Cacturn? No. Actually, funnily enough, no. It's not someone you would think. Alright, I'm gonna tell you this is gonna allude to like nothing, and I doubt you can even guess what my favorite Pokemon is from this story alone. But I was at my friend Tate's house, and I loved link trading in Sun and Moon. And some guy offered me a shiny version of this Pokemon. And I thought, this is the coolest thing ever. I've never seen this Pokemon up to this point. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And it was my favorite Pokemon up to that point. It was a shiny female level 100 of this Pokemon. I will tell you, it was a Gen 4 Pokemon. That's all I will allude to. Because I don't think, based on that story alone, no one would ever guess it. Because it's a Pokemon a lot of people like. From Diamond and Pearl. But dude, I don't know the best way to drop hints in there. I will say, I'll go with this. Oh wow, that actually narrows it down so low. Its secondary type is fighting from Gen 4. There you go. That's the clue I'll give. And I got it from a link trade in Sun and Moon. That is the best hint I can give. I actually have a plushie of it on my bed. No, I don't. Where did it go? Oh, I know where it went. Okay. I'm not gonna say much. let's just say pay attention in the background. If you can see it on my shelf over there, that just immediately gives it away. Any Gen 4 cactus. Is it a shaman cactus hybrid thing? It's not even remotely related to cactuses at all, actually. I just liked it because it looked cool. If you can see my shelf, I don't know if you can actually. It's very hard to tell. But if you can make out what Pokemon is on my shelf over there, that just gives it away. It is a 3rd stage evolution, I will say that. 3rd stage evolution from Gen 4, secondary typing is fighting. In fact, Cacturne honestly isn't even up there in terms of like top 10 Pokemon, surprisingly. I actually like a lot of Fairy-type Pokemon. Fairy-type Pokemon go hard. Like, one of my favorite Pokemon is obviously, I like Spritzee. Spritzee's cool. I like Rabombi. And my favorite evolution is Sylveon. So yeah, Fairy types are so cool to me. I wish Maractus was a Grass Fairy, but I don't know. Maybe they make an evolution. I'm coping. Please, Game Freak. I think Maractus and Cacturne need at least like something. Maractus, Cacturne, and Carnivine. They need literally anything. Please don't tell me it's Lucario. No, it's not Lucario. Speaking of Lucario, I saw this video on YouTube the other day. It was what Pokemon is the industry plant of every single generation. I thought that shit was hilarious. Unfortunately, one of my favorite Pokemon did actually make it on that list, which is Lycanroc. Or Monferno. Alright, since you got it extremely close, I'll tell you. It is Infernape. Infernape is my 2nd favorite Pokemon in just ever. Infernape used to be my favorite, but after playing Pokemon Go, out of every game, Maractus was actually my favorite. I guess it really, like, Pokemon Go was the start of it, but I think Black and White solidified it. I think that's the best way I could put it. Yeah, Infernape is my 2nd favorite Pokemon of all time. I love Infernape. He's so cool. I don't think there will ever be a starter I will ever like more than Infernape. And I know there's the whole, like, we have 300 firefighting types, but I could care less. He's just the coolest little guy to me. I love him. I'd say my 2nd favorite starter ever is either like Skeledirge or Incineroar. I loved Incineroar before the whole like VGC buff. I just liked Litten in Sun and Moon. That's who I picked, and I just thought he was the coolest guy. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, about the thing in my background, I have a huge Chimchar plush right there. Oh. Yeah, there's my little big-ass Chimchar plush on top of Sonic back there. There you go. That guy's... Oh, he's the only thing you can pick in Gen 4, honestly, in terms of fire types. Which kind of sucks. I can't understand the Gen 4 glaze. It is not something I'm too interested in. I love Heart Gold Soul Silver, but Diamond and Pearl might be one of the worst Pokedexes in like Pokemon history, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Is that Funtime Foxy? Oh yeah. Yeah, if you couldn't also tell, I'm a big fan of FNAF. I have a bunch of plushies over there, and I don't know if you can see into my closet, but I have a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's plushies over there, like the elusive $300 Shadow Freddy, that was the Hot Topic exclusive. I have every single base form FNAF plush Funko's ever made, unfortunately. It was a huge dream of mine, because I loved watching FNAF plush videos as a kid, and, yeah. It doesn't make sense, and Infernape and Maractus aren't related in any way. Yeah, it's... See, I liked I liked Infernape from, like, I'm trying to think here. Like, maybe 2017 to, like, 2023. And then I was at my parents' house, my grandparents' house in Florida, And I was playing Pokemon Go because it's a fun game, you know, nothing else to really do. And I encounter like 5 Maractuses. I'm like, dude, this thing is the cutest fucking thing ever. That's cool. And then I go about my day, and then I play Pokemon Black and White. I get to Route 4. And I encounter Maractus, and I'm like, okay, this might be a sign to use one on my team. And I added it to my Pokemon White team, and I named it Melody the Maractus, and I just grew a bond with it in Black and White. And that's the story. It's just because of that. I see that Maractus behind the door. Which door? Bro, which door? I think I have a bag right there with Maractus on it. Funnily enough, I actually do have Maractus behind my closet door. Let me go get it. It's not even just one Maractus either. That's the funniest part. What I have right here is a whole box of Sitting Cutie Maractuses. Oh. I think they're on my bed. Oh, okay. I just have a bag, that's it. I just have the bag with Ponyton Maractus. But yeah, I believe there should be 29 in here. 29 Sitting Cutie Maractuses in this box. Which is more than any human should ever have, but here we are. I think there's about 15 of the Japanese ones, and the rest are the restock I did for the English Pokemon Center. So yeah. And no, I'm not a scalper. I got a comment on TikTok saying, "Yo, why do you have so many Maractuses? You're a scalper." I'm actually gonna get there in a moment. Okay, so there was a thread. Oh, where did my controller go? Right here. There was a thread a while ago where someone posted a picture of them having like 10 Sitting Cutie Maractuses, and I was like, damn, I can't just stand by and let them beat me. So that's when I made it my goal to get 30 Sitting Cutie Maractuses. My other Maractus is in my book bag. It's the custom one I have with the straw hat that I made like a couple months ago. No, actually like a year ago. Yeah. The only problem I have with the Sitting Cuties line of Maractus is that for a line called Sitting Cuties, that thing does not sit straight. I can barely get it to like stand on its own. It's so annoying. All the other ones are most of the other ones are fine. Like Chimchar can sit on its own. Just fine. Same with Dunsparce. Dunsparce is fine. Spritzy is fine. Aromatisse is fine. But Maractus just doesn't sit. Why would a scalper be scalping pretty obscure Pokemon? That's a good point, yeah. A whole box of Maractus plushies, yes. Yes, it cost me so much money. I think whenever they restocked on the Pokemon Center website, for like 10 of them, it cost me like... I actually don't remember how many I got from the Pokemon Center when they restocked it. All I remember is that I think about 9 of them were like $140 or something like that. But I've kind of acquired the other ones over time. And that's the story of the Maracti. I originally had... I think it's this one, actually. Nope. There's a Maractus somewhere. DJ Khaled suffering from success. Oh my goodness, I can't find it. I think it's this one. Yeah. This was... No, that's not it. Where did it go? Hold on. Apparently, my original Maractus plush is missing. Where did it go? I found it. Yeah. This one I got in 2023, I believe. This is the, you could tell by the condition and this how yellow this tag is, but this was the first printing of the Pokemon Center Maractus Sitting Cuties, and it has seen better days, I must say. Oh wow. Yeah. Here he is. This was the first piece of Maractus merchandise I ever bought, was this Sitting Cuties one right here. So very nice. There's some lore. Oh, Brendan May? Okay. That song is gas. You know what's so funny? I was watching a video on Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and it was posted like, I don't know, 10 years ago when the game originally came out. Apparently people hated the soundtrack when it first released. For what? I don't know how anyone hated the soundtrack. That was low-key baffling to me. Yeah, people apparently hated the Omega Ruby soundtrack when it came out, which is kind of sad. 'Cause I think it's one of the better ones. I'm not saying it's the best. I think, in terms of soundtrack, that's hard. I think Scarlet Violet has one of the best soundtracks, in my personal opinion. I love the Toro and Sato battle. Is that her name? Sato? Not sure. The lady. Those boss fights were insane. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that beats Scarlet Violet. Oh, Sun and Moon is up there. Sun and Moon is up there. Gladion. Sword and Shield's also really good, but I still think Scarlet Violet might take the cake for best soundtrack. Such a good game. That's a lie. That game was not the best when it came out. I remember it was maybe like a month after Scarlet Violet came out, Nintendo was like issuing a refund, which was baffling. Because I've never seen Nintendo like opt for a refund, which is kind of crazy. Ooh. An evolution. Let's see here. I would say, right, make it Grass Fairy, right? And I think for the ability, you can keep Storm Drain, that's a pretty good ability. But I think it would be cool to have Mega Meganium's ability. Personally, that'd be really cool. I think it matches Maractus perfectly. So yeah, give it like Mega Meganium's ability and have Storm Drain as well. And then I'd say in terms of design, that's the tricky part. Because he's so small. Honestly, make him a hot, like make him, because if we're giving him Meganium's and Opimon, yes, I need this. If we're gonna give him Meganium's ability, I would say, hold up, is Mega Meganium's ability, hold up. Let's see here. Mega Soul. Okay. Is Maractus physical or special? I'm pretty sure it's physical. I could be lying. Let's see, it's oh, it's a special. Okay. So yeah, make it, just give it a buff in special attack and give it a buff in special defense. Yeah, buff HP, buff special defense, and buff special attack. And that would be amazing. It can already learn Solar Beam, so Mega Meganium's ability will work really good with it. And there we go. In terms of the design, I'm not very creative with that kind of thing. That's something Game Freak's gotta come up with. I don't know. But yeah, make it, since it's already getting a buff in special attack, I think we can make it like a grass fairy, obviously. Because fairy is a very special type. So yeah, there you go. That's my dream Maractus evolution. Let's see, what time is this? 6:45. I think what we'll do, we'll hunt in Friend Safari for like 45 more minutes. And then for the remainder of the 30 minutes, I'll hunt in Sword and Shield. I think that'd be a nice way to end it off. It's perfect as is. I love Maractus, but I can admit its flaws. It's not the most powerful Pokemon. So I think it definitely needs a buff in, like, literally everything. I'm not saying it should have, you know, 600 fucking base stat total, but at least give it, like, a 530 base stat total or something like that. Don't make it, you know, a pseudo-legendary with 600 base stat total. Just make it something feasible. 530, I feel like, is a pretty good, pretty solid number for a second stage evolution. It's so sad. We've only gotten 2 targets this entire thing. Let's see here. We got Ditto. No, we got 3 actually. Yeah, Ditto, Wooper, Rhydon. That's not bad. Not gonna lie, you want to battle with it in competitive? I'm understanding more now. Yeah, essentially. I think Pokemon Champions is a fun game. I'm not tapped into competitive enough to play that game. I just know the very basics. Me and my friend Ethan would do randoms and showdown every day in, like, I think it was like a 10th or 11th grade in study hall. That was so fun. Those were the days of playing showdown in school. And then someone got Showdown banned at my school, and it was down for like a week or 2. Because whenever you get banned in Showdown, it bans your IP, so you can't make any more accounts or play the game. So our school had Showdown shut down for like a week or 2, which sucked. But yeah, I think the best format for randoms, Gen 7 randoms, because it's the last game with a national dex. There's mega evolutions. I mean, what else could you want? So yeah, Gen 7 random, amazing. That's the best. Damn, that sucks. I hate that kid. Yeah, I do too. I hate that guy. Whoever did that. There's a time period where people were playing Among Us in study hall, and I remember that being so fun. Where did the days go? What was the last game that, like, brought us all together? I think Among Us was one of the very last games that genuinely brought a bunch of people together to play it. I can't think of any modern game where, like, you know, everyone and their mom has played it. It's hard. That and like Pokemon Go are great games that, like, Shiny Illumise. Oh. Huh. That's nice. Hello, Illumise. I just got that. Before Among Us, it was Pokemon Go. That was so nice. Now we're getting GTA 6. That's true. Yeah, there's been a lack of, like, huge games. That's not the right 3DS. Where's the right 3DS? Oh, it's this one. Oh, we're cooked. Let's heal myself first. So I'm at like 2 HP. Alright, nice. Okay, we could do like one more hit on this thing. Nice. Okay. Oh, it's paralyzed too? Fire. Okay. Ultra Ball. This should catch. I should make a game like Among Us that brought everyone together. I don't think I'm in that position to make a video game. Oh, wow, okay, we got it. Oh, level 31. Oh, you little lantern. Alright. Alright, I'm naming this Paris. Actually, let's name it Among Us. I'm gonna name it Among Us. Among Us. Among Us. There we go. We got Among Us the Illumise. Very nice. Wow, what a great Pokemon. Let's add that to the layout. Alright. There we go. Wow. Another Illumise. Not quite what I wanted, but sure. I have every single Pokemon in the bug type area to get. That's true. That's true. Alright. Come on, 2DS. There we go. Oh my goodness, you know what I just realized? When I was doing Ditto for like the first time, I didn't even get a shiny Dunsparce. That's kind of unfortunate. I really wanted to see if it was going to be a 3-segment. Oh well. That would have been fire if it was a 3-segment Dunsparce from Friend Safari. Oh my gosh. Alright, what time is it? Alright. We got about 38 more minutes, then I'll tap into Sword and Shield. I think it's in my living room. I'm gonna have to go get it. But yeah, we got the shiny Overworld mod. I cannot wait. It's a Heracross. Damn. Oh my god, Heracross. Your shiny hunter aren't using shiny lantern to hunt? Okay, here's why. I actually don't really like using shiny Pokemon while I'm hunting. Just because the shiny animation might be for 2 or 3 seconds, but it adds up over time. Super fucking petty reason, but that is why. I also just had this lantern chilling, so I cloned it like 4 times and transferred it to the other games. So there you go. That's the explanation. Is my counter working? I feel like it stopped. Let's find out. No, it's fine. Okay. Heracross, bro. Oh my god. Get 2 of them. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, now that I'm getting into Dragon Ball Z, there are so many, oh my god, there are so many crazy figures I want of that show. I just got introduced to Trunks in Dragon Ball Z, so fire. I definitely want a figure of him so bad. It is so weird watching Dragon Ball in like for the first time in 2026, because there's so many like references that I'm now just getting, where I'm like, oh, that's who that is. Your favorite Dragon Ball character? Ooh. Okay, this is gonna be a random pick, but it's just because I loved him in original Dragon Ball. I love Tien Shinhan. Tien Shinhan is my favorite character. I just like his design. I love his little freaky third eye up in the top. I also just loved the Yamcha versus Tien Shinhan fight in original Dragon Ball. That was really good. I loved the old martial art style of fighting in original Dragon Ball, and now it's just like energy blast and shit like that. Which I'm not saying is a bad thing, but I do miss the traditional martial art style of fighting in original Dragon Ball. There was actually a song that got cut out from the dub of original Dragon Ball, which kind of sucks. Whenever Tien Shinhan is fighting Yamcha, I think it's like 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament. Yeah, it is the 22nd. 23rd is the one where Goku's like an adult or a teenager or whatever. But in the 22nd one, there's a song that was cut from the dub called Wolf Hurricane. If you can look that song up, if you look up Wolf Hurricane Dragon Ball on YouTube, fire song. You know what? Let's play that song right now. Fuck it, let's play Wolf Hurricane right now. I don't think it's copyright. I knew. I'm so happy I predicted your favorite character. It's because he wears the Maractus colors. It's not even because of that. I just like him as a character. Wolf Hurricane. I actually didn't even realize he wore Maractus' colors. That's funny. But yeah, this song right here is so good. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find a higher quality version of this song. I think Kingdom Hearts Insider has it. So let's go there. Okay. Okay, let's go. Dragon Ball. We should be good. I don't know about Twitch, but on YouTube I know it's good at least. Alright, here we go. Wolf Hurricane. Oh my god. Listen to this absolute heater. This is such a good song. I'm so mad they cut it out from the dub. I'll turn it up like a little bit more. I love this song. Yeah, I'm just sad. No pink though? Yeah. Oh my god. So good. No, I'm not gonna get copyright struck. We're fine. This video's been uploaded thousands of times on YouTube. Dude, that guitar is crazy. No. Right now, I am at the part where androids 16, 17, and 18 just broke free from the laboratory, and they fought Vegeta. They fought Super Saiyan Vegeta and Piccolo and the others, and Vegeta lost. He got folded. That's essentially where I left off. Yeah. I could play that afterwards. At least they kept that one in the dub. I don't know why they cut this song from the dub, which really fucking sucks. But yeah, the song you're thinking of is called Mezase Tenkaichi. That song is fucking awesome. Oh, favorite arcs? Dang, okay. Yeah, I've met Trunks. Love that guy. Trunks is probably my second favorite character. It's downhill after that, damn. The Cell games are pretty good, I've heard. That's so far. Alright, here we go. Yeah, this song's fire. Healing the— oh, I've actually, funnily enough, I know exactly what you're talking about. I saw a clip of it, I think on YouTube. It's, Boo's like walking up a mountain or something like that, and he meets a blind boy. And, he goes like this, and the kid like sees for the first time, and he's like, "Thank you so much, thank you so much." I've seen that clip before. I don't know the context of it, but I know what you're talking about. That's the only thing I know about Boo. You're accidentally spoiling yourself? Because it came up, and I never thought I would actually watch Dragon Ball until like a week or two ago, so that's why. It just so happened to be, what else for me? Because I really didn't care about spoilers for that, and that's the only thing I've actually been spoiled on in Dragon Ball. Besides, I think like Super Saiyan 1 Goku. And I mean, there's a lot of shit I've been spoiled on with Dragon Ball. I mean, it's a pretty popular series. It's pretty hard, like, to not get spoiled, honestly, considering it's like a very significant piece of culture. Like, obviously, I know about Ultra Instinct. I know about Super Saiyan Gohan. I know about like a bunch of other stuff. That's the kind of disadvantage about watching Dragon Ball, is that it's so popular. I already know about most of the stuff. You know about Gear 5? Son, I'm caught up with One Piece. What are you talking about? Oh, no, I don't. Actually, what's Gear 5? Oh, is that when Goku goes Gear 5? I remember that. Yeah. And Dragon Ball Super, he goes Gear 5 and awakens his Devil Fruit. I remember that. Mind wipe your memories and start from fresh. I wish I could, honestly. Tenkaichi. This song goes hard. I remember they used this for the fight in the 21st martial arts tournament? I believe it was the 21st martial arts tournament where Goku fights Jackie Chun or Master Roshi. That shit was fire. I remember when Master Roshi used to be like somewhat powerful. I mean, he still is, but like there's so many stronger characters. Even if I haven't watched all of Dragon Ball Z, I can at least admit that I am one of the like 2 people who have watched original Dragon Ball, so I do have that going for me. There are so many Dragon Ball fans who just have never seen original Dragon Ball, which kind of sucks, because it's actually pretty good, I must say. Are you watching sub or dub? He become strong again? Fire. Oh, this is also a good song. We'll play this one. This will be the last Dragon Ball song I play. I'm watching in dub. I'm actually watching. I'm watching the Funimation Dragon Ball Z Kai dub. It's very controversial, but I like Dragon Ball Z Kai because it's shorter. And if I'm gonna be honest, the voice acting in Z Kai is better than original Dragon Ball Z. I know people like the original Dragon Ball Z just because nostalgia, but Z Kai does the job fine. I don't care. So I got past the first Tenkaichi tournament, then my ADHD was like, you're done? Damn, that's sad. It's actually pretty good. I think my least favorite arc in original Dragon Ball is the Red Ribbon Army. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, which sucks because they come back, obviously. In the original dub, yeah, that's when they used the Bruce Faulkner soundtrack, because I think when Funimation dubbed it originally, they replaced the soundtrack and used the Bruce Faulkner one, and then when they redubbed it for Dragon Ball Z Kai, they used the original Japanese soundtrack, which I have no hatred towards Bruce Faulkner's soundtrack, but I like the Japanese soundtrack more just because it's more in line with original Dragon Ball, which is, you know, what I watched first. When you say original Dragon Ball, do you mean dubbed or sub? I watched it, the dub. I love... Yeah, the Orange Brick releases, yes. But for original Dragon Ball, I watched the Funimation dub, and I loved the original Goku Kid voice actor. She's so awesome. I think they brought her back for Daima, if I remember correctly. And she is so amazing. Her voice is so wholesome. I think they actually used her voice for Gohan in original Dragon Ball Z Funimation dub, but whenever they dubbed Dragon Ball Z Kai, they replaced it with Colleen, whatever her name is, but she voices Luffy in One Piece, and that's all I could think about. There's a lot of voice changes in Z Kai, which are, it's like kind of weird, but I can get used to them. Like, Bulma is not the same actor, Gohan is not the same actor, but it's the same story. I could care less, honestly. It's kind of funny people don't like the Kai dub because it didn't have the original soundtrack, but not knowing Kai uses the... Yeah, it uses the original soundtrack from, dude, what is that guy's name? What is his name? Oh, Shunsuke Kikuchi. That's his name. He did the soundtrack for original Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I think he did it for I think he did the soundtrack for Dragon Ball GT as well, if I'm remembering correctly. And Dragon Ball GT was his last work. I think he passed away after that. Dragon Ball Super, I have no idea who the composer was before that. For that, though. I have no intention of watching Dragon Ball GT. I'm just gonna watch Dragon Ball Z Kai, and then I'm gonna watch Super. That's really it. Okay, well, that's it for Dragon Ball music. Nice. Let's turn this down. Okay, back to the music. Oh, we got like 21 minutes. You should do the opposite. GT's but wow. GT is better than Super? Interesting. That's not something I've ever heard. That's very interesting. How come you don't like Faulkner? I actually do like the Faulkner soundtrack. But obviously since I think the original Japanese soundtrack is a lot more... I think it fits the scenery better in Dragon Ball Z. But I think the original Dragon Ball Z soundtrack fits the scenery better, but in terms of like battle music, I think the Faulkner soundtrack is, I mean, just better. I mean, you have the iconic songs like, you know, Perfect Cell's theme. I mean, that's so iconic even outside of Dragon Ball Z. The Goku versus Vegeta battle theme from the Faulkner soundtrack is fucking amazing. But I think in terms of like battle soundtracks, I think the Faulkner soundtrack is better. But in terms of like atmospheric music, I think the Japanese soundtrack is better. That's just my personal opinion. I would only watch the Super movie, skip the show. Damn, okay. That's crazy. I think the only movies I'm gonna watch are that I have like any interest in is the original Broly movie, and then I'm gonna watch Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, and I think I'm gonna watch the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. That's my game plan for Dragon Ball movies. Those are the only ones I really want to watch. Battle of Gods, I really love the fights in that movie. They're so good. Especially the song. What is it? It's called Hero by Flo. That fight that plays whenever Goku fights Beerus. That song is fucking amazing. Like Lord Slug and stuff. I don't know. I just have no interest really. Especially because I told my friend that after Dragon Ball, I'm gonna watch Attack on Titan. So that's the next step. I don't know yet because I do also want to watch Neon Genesis because it's super short. It's like 26 episodes, so I feel like it's something I can really quickly watch before I start Attack on Titan, which is like 4 seasons or something like that. I'm a master. The animation is gorgeous for the Dragon Ball Z movies. Okay. Good to know. But yeah, I think last year, it was like during the summer, I started coming home from work and watching One Piece for like 2 hours a day. So I've gotten to like the grind schedule of coming home at like 11:30 at night. I would just come home for like 11:30 at night, and then for 2 hours I would just watch One Piece. And that's how I caught up so quickly. It took me, I think I started Dressrosa. No, I started Punk Hazard around August, and I finished Wano around January or February, if that tells you how, like, logged in I was for One Piece. And then Egghead, I think I finished that in April, if I remember correctly. Which was an amazing time to catch up. I'm not gonna lie, I picked the perfect time to catch up to One Piece, because I'm not gonna spoil anything if you personally like watching or reading One Piece, but there's some crazy fucking shit going on in One Piece that just changes the story insanely. Like, one of the craziest reveals in, like, so long just happened in One Piece. And I was reading the manga, I was like, oh my god, holy fuck, I'm so glad I'm caught up. I already know what happens in the manga, so the anime, I'm just kind of letting it release. I don't know if I'm ever gonna watch it. There's some crazy stuff that happens later on in One Piece. Elbaf, like the God Valley, if you know what that is. When that gets animated, dude, I'm watching that like so hard. I'm watching that every day of my life. When that gets animated, oh, it's over. Don't spoil it. The crazy One Piece change from recent chapter. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it because it's so massive. Like, this secret has been like hidden for years. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but I can tell you the God Valley scene is crazy. The God Valley is nothing that spoils it. Just don't look too into it, I'll tell you that right now. Just know that there's a huge fight on God Valley, that's all I can say. It's already alluded to in Wano, so that's not like that big of a spoiler. I've known about God Valley since like episode 500. I also got spoiled on someone's death in One Piece way before. Not gonna say who, obviously. I got spoiled on someone's death in One Piece before I got there, so pretty sad. What time is it? 14. Okay, we got like 15 minutes left. Then we'll tap into Sword and Shield overworld encounters. Hopefully my controller's charged for my Pro Controller. Hello, Heracross. So yeah, with that in mind, where are you in One Piece? I have to know. Son, we are not listening to this. We are listening to this, though. We are listening to this. I thought this was... Okay, it is what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I started One Piece around 2022. Oh, you're nowhere. I'm not reading or watching a second of One Piece. I'm waiting for the One Piece remake. Yep. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, they just released a trailer for that, like, a week ago. The Wit Studio remake. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be so exciting. Sorry, I think it was actually released, like, Wednesday, if I recall correctly. They released it this week. Yeah, the Wit Studio remake does look really good. It is kind of sad, that they're using the same voice actor from the anime. Cause, like, man, give her a break, dog. She's in so much already. And she's so old. You're making her do 2 One Piece shows at once? What are you doing? It's kind of sad. I feel bad. They just kind of dragged her in for the Wit Studio remake of One Piece. All I gotta say is, I think the remake is gonna be really good, so I hope you have fun with it. It's definitely gonna be the best way to watch One Piece, I must say. Yeah, big fan. I did not know about the actress. I'm sad now. Yeah, a lot of people are, just because she's so old and they're making her do another One Piece show. It's kind of bum activity, if I'm going to be honest with you. How old is she? Her name is Mayumi Tanaka. Mayumi Tanaka. She's 71. She's actually way younger than I thought. Yeah, she's 71 years old. She actually also plays Krillin in Dragon Ball in Japanese, which is really funny. There's actually a whenever they did the One Piece Dragon Ball collab, they actually had a little title card of Krillin and Luffy, which was really cool. One Piece Dragon Ball title card. Here it is, yeah. So cool. Yeah, since they're voiced by the same actor, they had a title card that had Luffy and Krillin. So very nice. Very nice. Yeah, Toei loves using the same voice actors for a lot of stuff. They're doing all the arcs? I believe they are. I think they're doing the entire story, which is gonna be interesting, seeing how One Piece isn't even over yet. But it's gonna be so much better since all the arcs are way shorter. I cannot wait. I think each episode's like 45 minutes long, about. So, super hyped. I personally want to watch Water 7 again. I must say, Water 7 is probably the best, like, beginner arc, in my personal opinion. How long should that take? Everything's gonna be faster. So... Oh, nice. Okay, so the first arc, I'm not going to spoil Water 7. I'm just going to say it's a really good arc, and that's probably my personal favorite out of the pre-time skip. Either that or Marineford. I'm probably just shouting gibberish right now. But Whenever it releases in February, the first arc, Romance Dawn, is going to be only 7 episodes, if that puts it into perspective for you. So, 7 episodes, 45 minutes long, whatever that time is. I think they're 45 minutes long. I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, okay. They're gonna be 40 to 50 minutes long for 7 episodes. So about... yeah, I don't know what that is. I can't do math. Which is a lot shorter than original One Piece, so... there's that for you. But yeah, this will hopefully be a good way to introduce people to the series of One Piece. I know a lot of people watched the remake on Netflix, which is really good. Not the remake, the live action, which is really good. So hopefully people will give the anime a chance. And then people can stop LARPing about it like Logan Paul. I hate that guy. That guy has genuinely ruined every hobby I have. I shouldn't say every, but like my biggest hobbies. He's just ruined it. Like, I love the One Piece card game. And no one gave a fuck about the One Piece card game until Logan Paul was like, guys, we need to start pumping the One Piece card game. And then all the investor bros were like, okay, dude, we gotta skyrocket this setup. And now booster boxes are like $300 to $400 for One Piece. I hate that guy so much. I rarely use the word hate. Okay, that's a lie. That's actually a lie. For all the people that say, like, hate is a strong word, I genuinely mean it when I say I hate Logan Paul. That guy has ruined so much. So much better for me. I have TikTok brain. I couldn't watch, like, 100 One Piece episodes. That's fair. I started watching One Piece in high school. I had a study hall before my class, which was, like, 2 hours. So I would just sit there on my computer watching One Piece on my computer for 2 hours every day before school. So fire. So tragic as well, because I'm gonna tell you this right now, I don't know if they're gonna do this in the Wisteria remake, hopefully not, but at least in original One Piece, it's there's a lot of like gooner moments that are like very fan servicey. But when I was watching the Skypiea arc, there's a shot in the intro song where it just cuts to like Nami in a bikini and it just like shows her ass. I'm like, okay, man, what are we doing here, man? I just want to watch some One Piece. But yeah, it was like, because obviously I was in a study hall and there were like at least 20 people behind me probably watching my monitor wondering what the fuck I was doing. And they just see this fucking ass shot of Nami in the intro. I'm like, okay, let's just not do that. And obviously there's like the skip intro button, but it's the first fucking frame of the intro. It's so stupid. Awesome. No. For One Piece, did you watch every second? You didn't skip any filler or do 1.5 speed? Alright guys, hold my hand when I say this. You can call me a LARPer. You can call me a poser. But I did skip a lot of One Piece. And I can explain why. Now obviously having a job where I work 40 hours a week takes time out of my life. So I started, it was during Punk Hazard, I started watching it removes the filler and it removes all the nonsense of One Piece. I watched One Piece, which cuts it down from like 1,000 episodes to like 480 something. I watched One Piece from Punk Hazard all the way up to Wano. And then I watched Egghead, perfectly fine, because the pacing in that is completely fine for Egghead. So yeah, Punk Hazard through Wano, I did watch One Piece, which is like a re-edited version that gets rid of the filler and all that other stuff. It's essentially the same story, it just removes the filler. Woke liberal agenda removing my One Piece fan service. I ain't calling you a poser, I'm not even watching it. I'm waiting for the shorter remake, I'm worse than you. That's fair, yeah. I'm talking about Logan. I know Logan would poke fun at me for that. But yeah, I did remove... I watched the version that removes all the filler and stuff like that, because I have a job. I can't just sit there and watch One Piece all day. That's not something I can do. I did watch it in sub, and it was really fucking good. I'm not saying the dub is bad, but I like Luffy's Japanese voice actor a lot more. And it's not some fucking elitist thing where it's like, oh, well, you need to watch it in the original language, actually. I don't care. I watched Dragon Ball Z in dub. It's more so, I think Luffy's Japanese voice actor has more energy and soul put into it behind her voice compared to the English one. I don't know. I think it's also just the fact that the dub it can be a little corny sometimes, so that's why I watched the Japanese one. So yeah, that's the whole thing behind it. There's nothing wrong with watching dubs. I mean, like I just said, I watch Dragon Ball in dub. I actually watch a lot of things in dub, but One Piece is one of those things why I like the sub a lot more. Just a little preference thing. So there's your answer. That might be the dumbest argument I've ever heard to watch a show, is that Goku can beat Luffy. You know, there's a lot of people that bring up that, like, specific scenario of like, oh, well, Goku can actually beat Luffy. At the end of the day, no. Actually, Luffy and Goku would be friends. They had a crossover like 2 times where they're shown being friendly to each other, so I don't think they would beat each other up. But let's say in a hypothetical situation where, like, I don't know, Luffy becomes a zombie and like Goku has to defeat him or something like that. Yeah, obviously Goku's gonna win. He has fucking Ultra Instinct. He can move 1,000 times faster, so I mean, there's no doubt that Goku can beat Luffy. But that doesn't mean you can't be a fan of both things at once. It's just such a stupid argument. But if we're saying which one do I like more, Goku or Luffy, I'm gonna have to say Luffy. I mean, that anime genuinely, I mean, you hear this all the time, but that anime genuinely just changed my perspective of life. I mean, that show talks about so much stuff, like slavery and like government corruption, so much other stuff I can't even really get into without spoiling, but yeah. And for all the One Piece isn't political people out there, I hate to tell you this, but there's an episode of the anime where they shoot the world government flag, so I don't know what they're talking about at all. What time is it? Okay, we got 3 minutes left. Alright. I told him if he only watches shows with a protagonist stronger than Goku, he'd only have a limited... Yeah, if you're watching shows for people that are stronger than Goku, that sounds so, like, depressing. You're not gonna find really anything. Is there a reason why he's trying to find... or they are trying to find shows where people are stronger than Goku? That just seems really weird to me. I don't know. Speaking of, I don't think I even have any pieces of, like, Dragon Ball merchandise. Oh, that's a lie, actually. I have 6 Funko Pops of Dragon Ball, that's it. I don't really collect Dragon Ball that much. He just still likes action, and you can still like action. That's so strange. I would be willing to say that there are better fight scenes in some anime. There are some better fight scenes in anime other than Dragon Ball. Like, I think, honestly, One Piece has better fight scenes than Dragon Ball. And it's not because I'm a One Piece glazer. I mean, I am, but obviously, Toei Animation had a bigger budget and a bigger animation studio to animate things like, damn, I can't spoil this fight. Fuck. But just know, during Egghead, they lock in with the animation, and it goes crazy. Like, you probably already know what this is, but, like, Gear 5 Luffy, that fight scene is amazing. I'd be surprised if you don't know what Gear 5 Luffy is. But yeah, that fight scene, crazy. There's just a lot of better fights in One Piece than Dragon Ball. I'm not saying Dragon Ball obviously has dog shit fights. There's some really good fights, that's why I'm watching it right now. But I think One Piece has better animated fights. But with Dragon Ball, I think there's a lot more on the line. Because, I mean, you got fucking Beerus, the god of destruction, fighting Goku. Alright. We'll do, like, 3 more encounters. Watching a lower amateur, that's crazy. That's crazy. That is such a weird logic. Alright, that was 1. 2. Alright, here we go, last one. The final one. Oh, dude. Overplayed song. Let's go. Okay. Well, we didn't get anything. Story's the main thing. Yeah, shows aren't for the fighting, it's for the... Yeah. I mean, there are shows that exist just for fighting. Like, I guess... Saitama... I mean, you could make the argument for, like, Saitama and JoJo that their whole show is about fighting, I guess, but... I feel like that's kind of pushing it. Alright, let's save the game. Alright. Baki? That's fair, yeah. Alright. I think my Switch is in my living room. Yeah, it's in my living room. I'm gonna go get it really quick. So we back in the mine. Got our pickaxe swinging from side to side. All right. I gotta go. It's great chatting. See ya. All right. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. It was good talking. I will see you. Maybe later, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna ever stream this week. We'll find out later. But yeah, thanks for joining. Alrighty. Let's get this guy. There we go. Here we go, Shiny Wooloo. 30 minutes left. Is it possible? Can we do it? Is it on? Oh, it's right there. Nice. Alright, here we go. I don't have very high hopes that we'll get Shiny Wooloo, but oh well. Alright, we're gonna skip this one, bruh. Sure, that works. I'm gonna be honest, with this mod, I have no idea if you can see if they're shiny in the patches of grass, so I'm gonna assume they can, and if I miss a shiny from doing this, oh well. It's Wooloo. Okay. Shiny Rookity would be good. I don't think we've even encountered a shiny one of that. We've only had, like, Squovits, and that's it. Which is kind of depressing. I would take anything over another Squovit all my life. Oh. Hello, Rickety. Alright. I don't need my phone anymore. Sweet! Oh, someone sent me messages on Discord. I'll have to... Oh, oops. Wow. So cool. Shout out to Jake. That's so far. He posted on his story. He's like, I'm just watching the Miraculous Man. Wow! So awesome. Oh wow, my focus is awesome. Or awful. But yeah. Shout out Miraculous Man. Dude, that's me! That's me! I gotta find the praying hands emoji to respond to it. Nice. Okay. I don't know why, but whenever I saw Articuno face up against Rickety, it reminded me of those like level 1 thug versus like level 100 mafia boss videos on YouTube. They would have like the ads for it. Level 1 thug versus level 100 mafia boss. Take one in the chat if you remember those ads. I sure do. Man, I wish there was like any other way to hunt Wooloo. You could do the eggs, but that I don't want to do that. That takes way too much time. And I'm good actually. Oh, I thought that Rickety was shiny, dude. That scared me. What a oh, dude, Splatoon music is so funny. What is this, bro? I'll skip it in one moment. Splatoon music just be making sounds out of anything. Alright. Oh, this is a good one. 3DS summer theme. Very good. Man. Do you guys remember when Nintendo had personality? I do. I remember that. They don't have that anymore. And Nintendo doesn't have personality anymore. They've actually become woke nonsense. They've actually become woke slop. I think it's really funny. Whenever they revealed the Mario voice actor, there were because Charles Martinet obviously resigned as Mario's voice actor, and someone retweeted saying, "Oh, we have a pronoun person as Mario's voice actor." Son, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, brother? What do you mean a pronoun person? Are you talking about the English fucking language? What? Huh? Son, everybody in the world has pronouns. I don't know what you're on about. Hello, Voodoo. Hello, Mario. Okay. Hulu, call your buddy up for me. I need your buddy. What? Oh, this game's amazing. This game is coded so good. What do you mean I encountered it 5 feet away? So jank. Shout out to the PNG in the background. $60 game, by the way. $60 game where I can see the pixels on the background. Incredible. This game had to be built for like the 3DS or something. They're like, cause there's no way. Shiny Nickit was insane last time. I'm gonna be honest. That was such a mythical pull. Oh my god. Dang, 20 minutes left. 20 minutes left to lock in just any shiny. Oh, what am I? Oh, should we? I think this is risky. I think riding my bike. Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe not ride my bike. Because I don't want to keep running into Pokemon. Isn't there a method where you can, like, just keep encountering Pokemon and if you defeat them, like, it spawns more? Or am I tweaking? Mother 3 type beat. Same composer. I wonder if they have the... Let's look right now. I know Hobo Nichi. I think that's the name. Hobo Nichi. Mother 3. Are they still available to buy? No! Fuck. Nah. I don't think they have them anymore. That's so sad. Oh! No, oh, they still have them. We're planning to resell it. Oh, so they don't have it. Oh. I don't know if you guys are tapped into Mother 3. They have merchandise. Which is shocking. It is really funny that despite being in Super Smash Bros., which is like a huge IP, Mother 3 has nothing. You could say that for a lot of things. Like look at Ridley, for example, right? Ridley comes from Metroid, pretty popular series. Guess how many pieces of merch he has? Like 0. 0 pieces of Ridley merchandise. Which sucks. Give my man merchandise. I mean, it's probably because there genuinely are maybe like 3 Ridley fans in the world, but I am one of them. I am a sturgeon. Hello, Wooloo. This area is very nice. To be fair, any phase will not be bad. Oh my god, dude. Except for this. Except for this. We do not want that. Okay. Okay. Yo, Game Freak. For Winds and Waves, bring back the Night and Day theme. I wonder what they're gonna do for Winds and Waves, considering this is like the 30th. Oh my god, you know how crazy that would be if, for Winds and Waves, they brought back... this is just me wishfully thinking. But you never know. Since it's the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, what if in Winds and Waves they brought back every single Pokemon? That would be crazy. I mean, I'm definitely pretty sure they aren't gonna do that. But it would be really cool since it's the 30th anniversary to bring back every Pokemon in the game. That would be crazy. I would actually get to use Maractus in a playthrough. Since, like, Sword and Shield. Oh, I wish. Okay. If I run towards Wooloo, will it run? I don't think I will. Yeah, no, bro's chilling. I think it's only like Squovit that does that. Good. It's good and unfortunate. That's how I lost a shiny one. But it's not what I'm looking for. Oh! Hello, Wooloo. Come on, bro. Okay. Great. Okay. Nothing. How much longer we got? Okay, 15 minutes. We can do it. Tata biome. Believe it. Yes. Oh. Come on. Dude, I hate this game, bro. I hate this game. It could be worse. We could be hunting in a cave. Honestly, that would be better. I would actually be getting encounters. I think it would be really cool someday to hunt the fossil Pokemon in the DLC. That is probably the craziest addition to a DLC ever. Being able to hunt fossil Pokemon. Especially just having a wild Tyrantrum, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Insane. That'd be a nice little hunt to do sometime. Like hunting Aerodactyl in Sword and Shield and bringing it to Legends EA. That'd be nice. Because I don't really want to hunt it in any other game. Cause let's see, genuinely, what is there to hunt Aerodactyl in? I mean, there's Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but those games you have to fossil reset, and I'm not doing all that. Same with ZA. I think you can find Aerodactyl in the hyperspace, whatever you want to call them, but I'm not too keen on playing the DLC. Not for me. Sorry, gang. No. Dang, we're getting nothing. Okay. You can find wild Aerodactyl in your That's amazing. I didn't know that was in which game? Which game? I didn't know your house had wild Pokemon. That's kind of a interesting detail I never caught on to. Is there like a secret Easter egg where you can go into your house and you just reset for Aerodactyl in there? What if I just edit the Bulbapedia page of like the starting house of Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and I just put like, did you know there's a hidden Easter egg where if you check the painting you can actually encounter a wild Aerodactyl? To do the Pokemon genocide route? Oh. Opposed to the pacifist route of Pokemon? I didn't know Pokemon had a genocide route. That's very interesting. Okay. Come on. Yeah, the genocide route, you actually kill the trainers. You don't just defeat the Pokemon, you like stab the trainers. That's actually what happens. Little fun fact for you guys. Oh, speaking of genocide stuff, this is a crazy topic. Deltarune Chapter 5 came out, and I have yet to play it. It looks pretty good, but I've yet to finish Chapter 4, so I'm holding off on playing it. Oh my god. Last time I played Deltarune Chapter 4, I was on the... I think it's like the pumpkin thing where it's like, you're taking too long. That's the last time I played Deltarune. And I got stuck, so I just gave up. I might have to replay that later tonight, honestly. Just so I could play Chapter 5. So many Squovit. TSPMO, so much. Damn, we got 10 minutes to lock into Shiny. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Ooh. Oh, he despawned. Okay. Nice. Rookity. This sure is gameplay. This sure is gameplay. Okay. Oh. Isn't this from Mario Kart Tour? Or Mario Kart 8? It's like the Ninja Hideaway or something like that. Dragon Driftway, that was not even close. I think there is like a Ninja stage in Mario Kart Tour that made its way to the DLC of Mario Kart 8. That is so weird. Out of every single track they chose to make into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, they chose Mario Kart Tour. And I'm gonna be honest, they don't really look that good. It looks like they just took like the models from the mobile game and just ported it on Switch. It is not that good. Everything is like really out of scale too. Like you can drive, like if you notice, I think it's the Britain one. If you drive up to the mailbox, like the mailbox is taller than you. Like everything is so out of proportion for the Mario Kart Tour tracks. They could not have been bothered to do anything with that. Oh, you actually wanted Rainbow Road from the GameCube? No, we're actually gonna give you 5 Mario Kart, or like 6 Mario Kart Tour tracks. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that so much. That was just an example. I could give less of a fuck about the GameCube Rainbow Road. I don't think I even remember what it sounds like. I'm gonna be honest, Double Dash is probably the second best one. Okay, I'm gonna say third. I think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is probably the best Mario Kart. I mean, that it has so many Nintendo characters, plus the tracks are fun, the cart selection's fun. I mean, your cart can literally parasail and, you know, go upside down. They have freaking F-Zero tracks. I mean, number 2's gotta be, there's just the original Mario Kart 8. The game was already good as is, so I would say like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and then Mario Kart 8. But number 3, I would say probably Double Dash. I'd say number 4. Number 4's gotta be Mario Kart Wii. I mean, I'm Mr. Nostalgia over here. That was the first Mario Kart game I played. I think Wii Sports came with my Wii, but I think Mario Kart Wii was the first game I got. I say but I'm talking about my sister, because it was my sister's before it became like my family's and stuff like that. That's actually how I got my DS. I used to have the blue fat DS, and I had Rhythm Heaven and Mario Advance on there, which was like the arcade game, and then it came with Super Mario 2, where you like pull up the vegetables and throw them. Yeah, Rhythm Heaven was such a good game, and I low-key forgot about it until like Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix, and that's when I was like, oh right, this game exists. And then on my trip to Washington, D.C., I played that game for so long. I tried to do like so many personal bests, and I tried to get the perfect for every single song. Such good times. It was so frustrating in Washington, D.C. watching all my friends play Pokemon Go and getting these like absolutely crazy Pokemon. Because I didn't even have a phone at the time. All I had was my 3DS, and I would just play Rhythm Heaven and a bunch of other stuff. I think the other game I was playing at the time during Washington, D.C. was Mario & Luigi's Bowser's Inside Story Remake. That game was also really good, I must say. The lake was probably my favorite stage out of everything in that game. The boss is really good as well. Kind of a shame that they didn't remake Partners in Time. That game really deserved a remake out of all the Mario and Luigi games. Such a good concept too. I mean, you have Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, and then you have the grown-up versions. Very good collab. If we're talking about bad collabs though, yeah, Sticker Star, that wasn't it. Sorry, not Sticker Star, Paper Jam. The collab between Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario. I wish they did that one better. Because that is such a cool concept for a game that was just executed poorly. Then we got 5 minutes. I'm not too confident we'll get a shiny, but who knows. Okay. Why are we getting nothing, bro? Potato chip. Damn. Nice. Alright. 3 minutes on the clock. Can we lock in one more? Can we lock in one more? Like, just like anything. I'll take a squad at this point. Kitakami, what a interesting little DLC. It is definitely one of the weaker ones, but I will play Kitakami over and over compared to the ZA DLC. That just was not worth my time. You can definitely tell that they made the DLC in a rush, because what was that? I think the biggest, like, obvious red flag was the fact that you could buy the DLC before the game even came out. I think that really should have been a warning to some people. I remember my friend Dylan, I should say my roommate actually, he bought the DLC whenever he went to the midnight release of ZA at GameStop. And he was very disappointed. He's like, damn, I paid $100 at launch just for this dog shit. Yeah, you did. I think it's probably the worst piece of Pokemon content in a while. Like, I'd rather genuinely play Sword and Shield than that. Sword and Shield did have insanely good DLC. I mean, holy fuck. Crown Tundra, I'd be willing to go as far as to say the Crown Tundra is better than the Blueberry Academy DLC. I'm gonna be so honest. I think it's so much better. And I will, like, I'm not saying Sword and Shield is good, but I think the DLC does carry it a lot. I think the DLC bumps Sword and Shield up from like a 6 out of 10 to like an 8 out of 10. Isle of Armor was pretty good as well. But obviously the Crown Tundra, that's just where it's at. I mean, holy fuck, every legendary ever. Bro, count me in. I mean, it's a little annoying, sure, but I think it's the last game where you can, like, just genuinely hunt every single legendary. What time is it? Okay. We got a little bit more time before we shut her down. Okay. We'll do one more little loop, and then I'll call it a day. Yeah, nothing. Damn, that is sad. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Oh shit, that's gonna be it. I don't know if I'm gonna stream again, but oh well. Didn't even reclaim haircuts. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate, I must say. Oh fucking well. There's always next year or tomorrow, depending on how I feel. So yeah, gang. What the? I didn't even click a button, bro. What is it doing? Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe we can. I'll see. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. So yeah, until next time, peace out.